Hi guys, how are you doing? Today I'm visiting Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming, and I am very excited about being here because this is one of the biggest parks around the world. And I don't know if you know anything about the states in the United States, but it's the size of Delaware and Rhode Island combined, which is really big. Okay, so I read this morning that 96% of this park is located in Wyoming, 3% of the park is located in Montana, and 1% is located in Idaho. And today we're going to see a lot of different things such as geysers, mud pits, and some other things that are really interesting. And I'm going to turn my camera around so you can see a beautiful hot spring pool. And so if you don't know anything about Yellowstone, it's interesting for you to know that millions of years ago there was a super volcano here, and now the volcano is not visible, okay, but there's a lot of volcanic activity still, and that's why we see so many hot pools and mud pits and geysers around. Okay, so are you ready to see some cool stuff? So this is a pool. As you can see, it has hot water. It's bubbling. I'm not sure if you can see very well or not. And I was talking to a ranger this morning about the color of these pools, and he said that when the water is very alkaline, the water is really clear. But when the water is acidic, then the water is not as clear as this one. Okay, so this water is really clear. It's beautiful. And I have actually already seen a lot of places around, and I would like to go up there to show you a mud pit. Okay, so that's pretty cool because that means that the water is becoming acidic, and that's what happens to the water. It turns into mud at some point. So let's go there. Wow, this is cool. I saw some mud pits in other areas of the park, but this one is really big, and I don't know if you can see the bubbles over there, but that's pretty impressive. Wow, that's cool. Yellowstone has a bunch of boardwalks, and another thing that I would like to mention is that these boardwalks are important because, of course, they give people a place to walk on safely, and these fences keep people from actually walking down there and touching the mud pits or hot water. And earlier today I heard some sirens, and I realized that some kid, I don't know who did that, but the kid put his hand into one of the hot pools. So don't do that, guys. Look at this one. Wow, I don't know what this is actually. There's a lot of steam coming out from a hole. Jeez, that's crazy. As I was telling you, Yellowstone has a lot of boardwalks, so you can walk through the woods, but you need to be very aware of wildlife. So there are a lot of animals around. I saw elk, I saw bison, which is also called American buffalo. There are grizzly and black bears, wolves. There are a lot of different animals, and they are very wild. They're not tame, so you need to make sure you stay away from wildlife. Earlier today I saw a geyser called Old Faithful, and there were a lot of tourists there waiting for the geyser to go off, and that thing can really shoot water up in the air. So this one is actually pretty active. It's not quite as impressive as the other one, but I can actually get closer to this one than I could when I saw the Old Faithful. So now let me tell you a little bit about lodging and accommodations. same thing, I guess. So Andrew and I had a hard time finding a place to sleep tonight. So I think we need to sleep in the van again. I think you need to make reservations like a month in advance, and we were not sure if we're coming here at all, and we knew that this could happen. So if you plan a trip to Yellowstone National Park, make sure you look for accommodations and book a room, book a cabin, or even a campsite at least a month in advance, so you don't run the risk of sleeping in your car or in a camper van like in our case. But our camper is set up for us to sleep in there comfortably, so it's not a big deal, you know, but I'd rather be in a hotel room if I can. Anyway, make sure you do that, all right? And as far as admissions go, you can come into the park by using National Parks Pass. Sorry. So we bought one for $85, and we are able to visit all of the national parks. Okay, it's valid for 1 year, so it's a great deal, because if you have to pay to come into this park, and then, you know, if you have to pay to go into another park, you're gonna spend a lot of money. So I think you should plan on buying that in advance. Oh, something happened to my pass, my annual pass. I bought it online, and I don't know which company I bought it from, but it was supposed to be mailed to my house, and I bought it like 2 months ago, and I never got it. So I ended up buying another one when I got here, and then I talked to one of the rangers about it, and he said, oh, you can just mail it back and ask for a full refund, because it was not your fault. So that's what I need to do when I get home, because now I have an extra ticket and I don't need it. I don't plan on traveling across the country for a while. So that's the other tip. Make sure you buy your ticket well in advance, maybe 3, 4, 5 months in advance, so you have it, all right? I'm going to walk back to the car now, so I'm gonna say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this video helps you plan your trip to Yellowstone National Park. Bye guys, see ya.